Yes, wasafiri wa mbingu na wasalimu hamchambo. Yes, hope mnaendelea vizuri. Today I've just decided to prepare a lesson discussion, that is an SDA lesson discussion. It is taken during Sabbath school, so I've decided to prepare one. At least we share with you chances, at least you have some hint when it comes to Sabbath school. We are talking about a day in the ministry of Jesus. This week we'll be looking at a day in the ministry of Jesus. That is the topic of the week. The memory text of this week will be coming from the book of Mark chapter 1 verse 17, which says, "Then Jesus said to them, 'Follow me and I will make you fishers of men.'" When we are reading through the book of Mark, we see Jesus Christ speaking to the disciples. This is when Jesus Christ called the first disciples. In the book of in the Bible, we know we have four gospel books that are talking about Jesus Christ. When we look from the Matthew is presenting Jesus as a calling disciples and then preaching the Sermon of the Mountain. Matthew is talking about Jesus bringing Matthew is talking about Jesus presenting the core of disciples and preaching the Sermon on the Mountains. When we go to the book of Luke tells us a story of Jesus in a sermon on the Sabbath in the synagogue in Nazareth. Luke tries to tell us the story of Jesus in the sermon of the Sabbath in the synagogue of Nazareth. And when we go to John, the third gospel in the Bible, which records the story of Jesus Christ, it recounts us and calling of the sum of Haria disciples and wedding at Cana, where Jesus performs its first sign. When we read through the book of John is trying to recount us and telling us the story about Jesus Christ when he was calling some of the disciples and the first sign that Jesus performed at the wedding at Cana. Also, the last gospel, which is Mark recounts the calling of the four disciples and describes the Sabbath in Capernaum and that followed him. The day of Sunday, that was the introduction part, the Sabbath day. The day of Sunday, follow me. Wow, follow me. That is the topic on the day of Sunday. Follow me. Who is saying follow me? Of course, it's Jesus Christ. Why is he saying that follow me? Because the key verse was saying that Jesus told them, follow me and I will make you fishers of men. So the day of Sunday is talking about follow me. We are going to read from the book of Mark chapter 1 verse 16 to 20. Men, and then we will see the men that Jesus Christ called, the first disciples, and how they responded. When Jesus was passing at the Galilee, when we read through the book of Mark chapter 1 verse 16 to 20, when Jesus was passing through Galilee, he called the first two disciples, Andrew and Simeon. Simon who is then is changed to Peter, who changed his name to Peter. So he called them. According to the Bible, it does not tell us that whether they had a fishing ship or they have an other method of fishing, but they only used their hands casting the nets. But when they continue walking with Jesus Christ, we see Jesus Christ calling the sons of Zebedee, which are James and John. But when Jesus called James and John, when Jesus called James and John, they were with their father Zebedee. Walikuwa na babake Zebedee and some of the servants. So it shows that James and John, they were rich. They have something. Their background was something which was very nice. But Andrew and Simeon, who then changed his name to Peter, it shows that their background was not stable. So what does this tells us? What does this tells us as Christians? When Jesus Christ calls us, he does not look whether you're financial stable, whether wewe unakuja na gari kanisani. No, Jesus Christ, when he calls you the way you are. Before we move forward, we want to see how these first four disciples responded to Jesus' call when Jesus told them that follow me. The sons of Zebedee, they were with their father, but they left their father and the servants and followed who? Jesus Christ. Again, we see Simeon and Andrew. They left Janet and followed Jesus Christ. Will you respond so? If Jesus Christ calls you to go to work with him, to do his work, will you respond such a way? Then we continue. What we are going to see next is that these brothers who followed Jesus Christ, they responded quickly. It seems that they have heard the story about Jesus Christ. When John the Baptist was proclaiming the God is what? The God is the Jesus Christ coming and the God is word. So it seems that these brothers, they have heard about the coming of who? Of Jesus Christ. I just want to move a bit faster because I know guys, Gen Zs have a lot to do. So I just want to move the day of Monday, unforgettable worship service. This was unforgettable worshiping service. When we read from the book of Mark chapter number 1 verse 21 to 28, there is unforgettable worship that appeared here. I want you to imagine the unforgettable worship that you have experienced in your life. For example, let us say the day that you decided to be baptized or preached, that might be your unforgettable worship ever you have been experiencing. Now, here we see Jesus preaching in Capernaum. There's a man who was possessed with evil spirit. Now, when Jesus saw that man, he healed that man. Mungu alifanya nini? Yesu Kristo aliweza kusaidia yule mwanamume. So he healed that man. The thing that we learn from this day is that the devil acknowledges Jesus Christ. The devil has power to know Jesus Christ, because we see the devil telling Jesus Christ that you have come to destroy us, don't destroy us. So we see that the devil has power to know Jesus Christ. Another thing is that Jesus commands the devil to come out. Jesus has power to command. Jesus' commandment. It seems that Jesus is more than the lawmaker, because he's using the law to command. Jesus called the silence regardless who he is. Jesus Christ called silence. The man, Jesus Christ tells the man, don't say anything. He calls silence. That is another thing that we learn. It was very risky to be a Messiah. Jesus' identity cannot be hidden. People should know who is Jesus and make a clear response. What we are learning here is that we cannot hide Jesus' identity. We should know Jesus Christ. We should know how he works. Then we should respond. When we see Jesus Christ working into our life, we should respond accordingly. That is the day of Monday. The day of Tuesday, more Sabbath ministry. The day of Tuesday, what we should be looking about is how Jesus helped Peter's family. After they finished the service on the Sabbath day, they went to Peter's family to share dinner. You know, even those SDAs after mmemaliza service, kuna wale wenye mnaweza kuwa mnaambia mgani twende leo kwetu tupate lunch. So they went to Peter's family. When they reached to Peter's family, they find that Peter's mother-in-law was healed, alikuwa na fever. So they explained to Jesus Christ, and then Jesus Christ decided to heal this woman. That was the Sabbath ministry. We see at going to evening, people gathered outside with different diseases, others with different demons, wanted Jesus Christ to heal them. Hour in, hour out, hawa wakitoka, hawa wanaingia, and then Jesus Christ did what? Healed them. That is what we are seeing in the day of what? In the day of Tuesday, that Jesus Christ had sympathy and he rejoiced in his power to restore them to health and happiness. Jesus alikuwa anasikia vizuri akiwasaidia. So as Christians, kila time mnasaidia, si kuchipika kifua eti mimi ni nani, kama si mimi huyu angepona, ni mimi nimemwombea. So what you should be feeling is happiness. And the last thing that is that continue kuwasaidia wale watu. Is not that you uende kuwasaidia watu kuwatipu nini. Some of you have not that power, but kuna ile hali unaweza kuwasaidia hata kimaisha. So kusaidia mtu, acha kuplug out the things that rejoice and give thanks to Lord. Yes, hope we are going well. The secret of Jesus' ministry started on the day of Wednesday. When we read from the book of Mark chapter 1, verse number 35 to 39, there is one thing that we see. There is one secret that we see here in Jesus' ministry. This secret is Jesus praying. We see that Jesus is waking up early in the morning, left the house, and went off praying. Throughout the gospel, we see Jesus going out praying extensively. So this is the secret that we are seeing here. This appears to be the key secret in the power of Jesus' ministry. Praying being the power, the key of Jesus in his ministry. When we read from the book of Luke chapter 6 verse 12, there is something that it teaches us Christians or as young adults. The thing that is teaching us is that some of you may have some routine to pray. Kuna wale Wakristo ambao wako na routine yao ya kuomba. Before mtu alale, unapata anaomba, then analala. Like let us say he said that every time that he goes to pray, he prays only 2 minutes, then he sleeps. So when we read from the book of Luke, of course it's good to pray, but the book of Luke is telling us that in order to achieve or to break the pole that is set on you, you should change the time of praying, because we see Jesus Christ went off the whole night praying. So as Christians, we should change the way of praying in order to break the pole that is set into us. The day of Thursday, can you keep a secret? Can you keep a secret? There is a secret here that we want to look on. When we read from the book of Mark, chapter 1, verse 40 to 45, there is a secret here that Jesus wanted the man that he healed to keep. There was a man who had leprosy. When we read from the book of Mark, chapter 1, 40 to 45, this man came to Jesus and was pleading, like, Jesus, heal me. This leprosy is taking me far, like you ugonjwa ni mbaya. So Jesus Christ saw compassion and decided to help this man. He healed this man, but told this man that when you go out, never tell anybody what has happened, but go to the church, tell the priest, in order for you to do a sacrifice, as in the book of from the book of Leviticus, as Moses instructed them to do. When you are healed, there was a sacrifice you should give. So that was the only thing that Jesus wanted this man to do. So now we see this man going out there freely, explaining how Jesus Christ did what? Helped him how he did so,